Hi viewers, welcome to Beginners Tech Road.
Theoretical concept, then we will go for a practical. Say a user-defined type can overload a predefined C# operator. So this overloading, operator overloading, we can do for our user-defined types. Is nothing but for objects, whatever the class we defined as that is one of the user-defined type. So in that we can use this operator overloading. Okay, so operator overloading gives the ability to use the same predefined C# operator to provide the custom implementation. Okay, so we know that every operator, whatever C# defined, it does some functionality. Okay, so if you want to give a different implementation, instead of the default functionality, if you want to give a different implementation, you can do with the operator overloading. I will give you how we can do it with the examples. So for that, what we want to do, how we can make a operator overload is nothing but use the operator keyword. We have a operator keyword, so we need to use that. Use the operator keyword to declare an operator. An operator declaration must satisfy the following rules. This, when you are doing a operator overloading, you need to ensure all these things. Like it includes both a public and static modifier. Okay, we can use public and static. Other than these access modifiers, you cannot use any other access modifiers. So this is the one important. The next one is a unary operator has one input parameter and a binary operator has two input parameters. Okay, so unary operator we know, like when we use just as a plus as a unary operator. So at the time, even when we are defining a operator overloading, even you are going to provide only one input parameter for the unary operator. So, but for a binary cases, when you use a plus as a binary operator, in that case, you are going to give as a two input parameters. So in each case, at least one parameter must have the type that contains the operator declaration. So this is the another important. See, whether it is a unary operator we are going to define or a binary operator you are going to define, whatever the operator you are going to define, in that if parameter, unary means only one parameter will be there, binary means two parameters will be there. So both the cases, in a unary case, if you say as one parameter, that should be the type what we are, where we are defining this operator overloading. Why? Because this can be operator overloading, you can define only in the user defined types. So whatever the type, example in a one class, whichever the class we are defining operator overloading, at least the parameter, in a unary operator, the parameter what we are going to pass, that parameter type also should be the same type of the where you are defining that operator overloading. Say it should be a same type. When it comes to a binary operator, it takes a two input parameters, right? In these two parameters, at least one should be the same, the containing type. So that is the important. Next, compound assignment operators cannot be explicitly overloaded. So we know this plus equal to, minus equal to, these are the compound assignment operators. So for the compound assignment operators, we cannot define explicitly operator overloading. We cannot do. However, when you overlay a binary operator, the corresponding compound assignment operator, it automatically, implicitly, it be overloaded. So it's nothing but when you define a plus overloaded, plus operator, when you overloaded in any type, then automatically for that type, plus equal to also you can use. It automatically will be implicitly overloaded. You cannot define for a plus equal to. Explicitly you cannot define a operator overloading. But when you define for a plus, automatically plus equal to, the compound assignment operator plus equal to automatically will be implicitly overloaded, so that when you can use plus equal to also, the same what you define for a plus, automatically the same implementation will happen for the plus equal to. I will do, I will add one more, a new class I will define. Just I will take as a one mobile screen. Okay, we have a mobile screen, laptop screen, like that screens will be there. No, so that I will create a one class, so that I will take a few properties of that class, so that I can work on the how we can do this operator overloading. Okay, so for that reason, I am trying to define a class mobile screen. Okay, so in this class, just I will put a two fields. I will just put directly as a public. So public int. So length. So length and width will be there, right? For a mobile screen, we have a length and width measurements. Just as an understanding for a simple, I will take these two, length and width. Okay, so I have taken two properties. So, and then I will take one, I will define a constructor also. So public, we know that constructor will be a same name of the class name. It is a special method which will call automatically when we instantiate the object. So for this constructor, I will take two parameters to initialize the values of length and width. So length, length and int width. So I have taken these two parameters, and then in this constructor, what I will do, I will assign to the variables whatever we decide. So I am going to use this keyword. Why? Because same names I have taken. No? So this dot length equal to length, length of the parameter what we received. Similar way, this dot width equal to width, whatever the parameter we received. So this is the simple class. As a first step, I am just defined with the two int data type fields, and then one constructor to initialize the values for this screen. Yeah. See, now I will just try to come here, and then I will just write it. So I will go to the program where we will call it. So I will remove all these things, whatever we practiced. So, and even I will remove this also, no, not required, as we done our practice. So I am keeping as a normally how we will get the program class. Okay, so here now I will create an object for the mobile screen class. I'm going to create an object ms1 equal to new, and then mobile screen. So as we defined a constructor with the two parameters, so automatically it's showing the two parameters to pass it. So I will just give like a 30, 10. So like a length I am passing 30 and width I am passing 10. So this is the object is created. So now example, if I want to create a one more object ms2, and for this suppose I am trying to use as a unary operator first, so minus ms1. If I write like this, see, this is where unary operator is nothing but we are just using minus ms1. It means what I am trying, I assigned 30, 10. So the values will be length 30 and width 10. Minus ms1 means, in the sense, usually the value 1, minus 1 means is nothing but minus 1. It's a value representation, the plus minus, that is the unary. It's only the, it's nothing but you multiply with the minus 1 usually. Minus, if you take as a unary operator, in the sense, Minus means it just changes the polarity. Like if it is a plus, it will become minus. If already value is minus, if you give a minus as a unary operator, what will happen? It will become plus. So like that is nothing but -1 into -1 will become +1. No, that way. So that is the unary operator. The minus, what I am using as a unary operator. Similar way, binary operator in the sense, if you use A minus B, this is nothing but we are using as a binary operator, because for this minus, what we are using from this value A, we are subtracting this value B. So this way, when we use as a minus as a binary operator, this is the binary operator. The way how it is using, it decides is it a binary operator or a unary operator. So that's way. So here I am using just minus ms1 is nothing but it is a unary operator. So 30 minus 10 if I use, it is a binary operator, so that 30 minus 10, so two values is required for this. So the result will be 20. Suppose this is the binary. Unary in the sense, minus 30 means the value is a minus 30. So that is what. So I am trying to use that unary operator here. So whether it allows, what happening cannot be applied to operand of type mobile screen. This is a MS1 is a user defined type. Okay, for this type, you cannot use this way. You need to overload it. If you overload, you can use it. If it is a same, if you define as a int type, int 20, then you can use int a equal to 20, and then you can use like int b equal to minus a. You can use, because this is the C# defined data type, is nothing but default, that primitive data types, whatever the C# language provides the data types. So this is that provided data type, C# language provided data type, but this is the user defined data type. Okay, so that is the reason here automatically the language, the operator, it automatically it understands and it does the whatever the behavior. See, now if I write here console write line, and then if I print a b value, and even I will print a value. So a value equal to, I will take a subscript 0 and I will use a /t. Before space is not mandatory, but for readability I am just given even one space before /t. Even straight also you can use without spaces also. And b value, I am going to use the index number 1. So I am going to pass the two parameters a and then b. So now if I write, so this is allowing. If I write, I can get the value a is 20 and b is minus 20. But if we are trying to do the same for the object, nothing but user defined type, it won't do automatically. It gives a error. So you need to overload this. Okay. So how, if you see now, this minus unary operator, we are going to overload. So how here polymorphism is happening in these cases for these types, automatically it's deciding the implicit whatever the operator does, it's going to behave. But when you use the same operator for the object of this mobile screen class, then that is going to behave differently, the way how we are going to overload. So this is what the operator overloading. I am going to do now how we can overload it. As we discussed, okay, we are going to use a operator keyword. So overloading. So how we can do? I will go back to here. Okay, I am going to define it as a unary operator. So what I will do it, I will use public. Okay, I can use public, or even I can use public static. Okay, so I don't want to create an object and use it, example. So in that case, I can use a static. If I want to create an object here, with the object, if I want to use it, then I want to use as a directly without static. I can use as I am creating a object so that we can use it. So I am going to right here, so public, and then the mobile screen, same whatever the type we are going to use it for that type, because as we mentioned, it is a same type here we need to give it, and then we need to use a operator as a keyword, operator keyword, and then for which operator we are going to overload, minus. Okay, and then in a bracket, like a method, how we will call it, like a similar way in a bracket. So this is the, and then within the braces, we can write whatever the statements we wanted to implement in this overloading, operator overloading. So here, as I am using this as a unary operator, we should pass one parameter. And as I explained, that parameter should be a same type. Nothing but it should be a mobile screen type. So I want to use same type as the parameter. So here what I can do, I will just use as a screen. Okay, so yeah, here as this is, so even public static, both we need to use it, right? So public static, both we want to keep it for this, and then inside we are going to write, as this is the return type, we are going to write integer. So what I am going to do, how we can, when we are passing, I want to subtract, right? Same way here, this is the object. I can use straight. I don't want to store this. So what I will do, I will create object even like this. We can see usually when we are assigning to something. So for this variable of the mobile screen type, for this object, when we are creating the object, we are using like this, equal to new mobile screen 30, 10. So suppose I don't want to assign to any variable. Straight, if I want to create the object, this is the usually to create the object, but we are creating the object and we are assigning to this. So same way here, I don't want to create the, I will assign to any variable. I want to create the object and I want to return that straight. So that is the reason this way also you can use to avoid the multiple statements as well as to avoid unnecessary variables. Because if I want to use the same way, this screen, anyhow, this has a parameter, even the whatever the operation I'm going to do here, that value, if I, whatever it returns, that value, if I want to store somewhere, then I can use the variable. I don't want, I am just going to return the value. So here what I will do, unary operator, what it does, individually how it will do, same way, screen dot minus screen, it is an object, so dot, so length. Okay, so this length I am using as a minus, comma, again minus screen dot width. Why? Because this object has the two properties, is nothing but two fields, length and width. So when I am doing a minus operator, usually for one value, what it does, if a value is a 20, it gives as a minus 20, right? When we use a minus as a unary operator. So similar way, in this type, we have a two values. So I am trying, when we use a minus, I want to do both minus, length as well as width, both I want to make as a minus. So that is the reason I am using like this. You see, this is not, you can have any behavior here. You can define anything you wanted and you can do it. But just for a understanding, I am just using a very simple behavior operations here. Like I want to return only whatever the values both the values, I want to make it as a minus because it is a unary operator I am trying to use, so that I am making, so that I am returning. So what happens, this now, as this is the thing to overload the operator. Okay. Similarly, even we can overload, multiple overloading also we can do it. Just I can just define here. Similar way, see what I will do. I will just put it even plus operator plus. Okay, plus I will use as a example. Binary I will use it. Instead of using as a unary, I will use plus as a binary. So in that case, what I want to do, binary means I need to give a two parameters. Okay, both can be same or at least one should be same. But in my example, I am using both same in this. So what I will do, as I am using a two things, so I will put as a screen1 and screen2. So both, I will take one more example with why, because in a binary only one should be the same type, another can be any type, right? So in this example I am taking both the same type. One more example I will take, one may be a different. So in this case what I am going to do it here, okay, I can use the same way. For your understanding, I will put here in a two things and then I will explain this also, so you may get even a better understanding. So what I will do, I will create a mobile screen. Okay, so within that I can create the object, even I can create. So objrmo1 mobile object 1 equal to new mobile screen, and then two parameters we need to pass, right? While passing the two parameters, what I will do, I am just going to add it, right? So what I will do here, screen1, I will take the first screen1. Okay, even to make you even simplify, I will define a two variables, int L comma W, then L equal to, so what I will do, screen1, the first parameter, dot length. See, this is the one object, this is the another object. So when I am using plus as a unary operator, what I am trying to do, I am going to add these two screen lengths. I want to add it. So for that, what I will do, length equal to screen1 dot length plus screen2 dot length. Screen2 dot length. Similar way, width. Width equal to screen1 dot width and screen2 dot width. Is nothing but for both the objects, both the lengths I am adding and both the widths I am adding. So now I got, right? So I want to now, I am going to, even I will keep this. So here what I will do, L and W, I will pass it. So this way I created the object. Now the return also, it's always return also here. I am just taking as a mobile screen here, return data type. This is nothing but the return data type. These are the parameters. Same like for a method, how we will be, this is the return data type. Okay. Usually return data type, as it is a same type, we will use the same type only, but even you can have any, suppose by using these two screens, if you are doing some operations and return value, maybe if you are sending something different, you can do it. Okay, but in this my example, I am taking the same mobile screen. So now what I am going to do here, return MO1. That's all. So I return the object. So what I am doing here inside here, I declare two integer variables, and for length I am adding both the screen lengths, and for width I am adding both the screen widths, and then I am creating a new object with the sum whatever we added, that length and width, that object, whatever the object we are returning. Okay, this is the simple definition. See, if you compare to this and here, see what we are doing, we created an object and we are returning. Instead of this, what I mentioned here, straight you can do this way also. When you can do this way, is, suppose this object later on, if you want to use multiple statements, the same object, if you want to use multiple statements before returning, then you can do this way. Creating object, and you can do the whatever the operations you want, and then you can return it. Suppose you are not going to do anything, you are not going to use this object in this method anywhere in your functionality, you don't require, then instead of creating a one object here as a declaring, straight you can instantiate the object and you can return, so that one variable space we can save. So that is the advantage. Even when you write our coding also, we should be like a more performance way how we can write it, and unnecessary statements how we can eliminate, we need to think that way also. So where it can be eliminated, it's good to eliminate. Okay. And even it's not going to be a more complex also. So that is the reason. See why? Because it's a simple statement to understand even this way and even this way. So that is the reason we can make it. Some cases for readability also, when we concentrate at that time, we can make it. See the same statement. Now here also I can give you how we can make it as a single statement. Example, here I can use, instead of declaring these variables, the alternative I am just giving you. So here what I can do, I can use like this. So this will become like a little, the steps if you see, looking is like a little complex than this one. This is a readability. You can have like you have a declaration and you are assigning the things and then you are using here. But here if you see, we didn't use the variable straight. We used the screen one dot length plus like expression we used it for a first parameter. Even for second parameter also expression we used. So like this, even you can use straight like this to avoid even these variables also. You can use straight this. Okay. So only as long as a simple readability, it's fine. We can use it. Okay. Or to make it even a better readability, suppose instead of making here itself, you can use like this. Okay. So now I'm commenting that. So now this is ready. So we will see in the programming how we can call this operator overloading methods, whatever we defined operator overloading, how we can call. And also, as I mentioned, in a unary only one parameter, so definitely that should be same of the type, the class. But here binary 2 will be there, but 2, it's not mandatory to both should have the same type, but one should have the same type. So to understand that, I can take here same mobile screen and I will take one additional integer type and length. So this way, if you see, even you can overload various ways. I am using length. You can have a one more overloading with the width like that. I'm just taking here. I want to increase the length example. So for one mobile, if I want to increase the length, so I can take only one only there. So I can take a screen. So in that case, I am using this. So now what I will do, Okay, so in this example, I am again going to use as a straight. Okay, so here written new mobile screen. So I want to just change the only the length. So what I will do, so screen dot length plus length, the value I am going to increase, and then for the second parameter I am just passing same width, the existing width only. I don't want to change width. So screen dot width. So I am just returning the object. So this way it allows. See, now this is the mandatory one. This is different one. Suppose if I remove this, if I put here int, suppose width. Now if you observe what happens, see, you got the error here. Plus, if you go here, one of the parameters of a binary operator must be the containing type. So containing type in the sense where we are defining this operator overloading in this type mobile screen class. So this is for this overloading, this mobile screen class is the container. So it should be at least one of these two parameters should be the containing type. So you will get the error. It won't allow. So you should keep at least one same type. Okay, so this is the another implementation. So now if you see what we have done in this class, we added 3 operator overloading methods. 3 operator overloading methods we have written. So inside here, you can have a multiple statements based on your requirement. You can have a multiple operations, and finally you can return the whatever the values, final values. So like this is the minus as a unary operator we used, and here plus as a binary operator. So 2 parameters. In the 2 parameters we use it both as the same type, and here again as a plus operator only, but one as a same type and another one as a integer data type. So this way, if you see, even this plus operator also we overloaded. See, plus operator we overloaded here with these 2 parameters, and so same signature difference. That's all. If you make again same signature, you will get error. With the signature difference, you can make a even the same operator also you can make a overloading. So all these ways of various ways of overloading, operator overloading, I have defined here. So now testing, when you do in a programming, how we can call this operator, how the, see now the error gone. Earlier it was showing error here, now error gone because we implemented now the unary operator overloading. We implemented here unary operator overloading so that the error gone. Okay. See now we will see the output, what happens after this output, what happens. Let's see what I will do. Sorry. This one I will use the console write line to show on the screen. Okay, so A value, B value, earlier we printed. So now what I will do, I will use with the dollar straight length. So what is the length now? I am going to display both first object, second object. So mobile screen 1 object, mobile screen 2 object. So what is the length? I am going to show it. So length, as I used a dollar, so I can use straight ms1 dot length. Similar way, 1 tab I can use, and width. Screen length and width here ms1 dot width. to remove this. Okay, so first object screen length and width it going to display. Same way, second object also length and width we will display. Yes. Now we will see the output. How the operator, this operator overloading, how it takes directly to there. This will be implicit operator, whatever it behaves, and here it is like a what we overloaded. Okay, so now if I execute this, see now you can observe, see int a value, b value 20, 20, see here 20, here minus 20. So a value we got here 20, b value if we observe here we got minus 20 because we used a minus unary operator for the integer data type, so that it implicitly it calculated the value as a minus 20. Below, if you see, these are the our user defined type, that mobile screen type. So first object, we have passed a parameters, see 30, 10, so that length 30, width 10. And then second object, what we did, mobile ms2 equal to, we used a unary operator minus and the same object ms1. So what happened? It's automatically it's called this operator, so that, and it return type is a mobile screen, so that the object created whatever the return it assigned to this. So, and then here inside what we did, whatever the object we passed, for that just we used it. This is again implicit here, nothing but here minus screen length means this is integer type, right? This unary implicitly will calculate. So minus length and minus width, so that minus 30 minus 10 we got it. So that is the screen output, minus 30 minus 10. So this is the what we have checked with the unary operator. So same way now let's try with the binary operator, whatever we have written a plus. Two overload methods we have defined for a operator plus. So one with the two screen parameters, one is the screen and int parameter. Okay, so now I will just do what I will do. I will create a one more object here. Okay, ms2. Here we assign like this. I will do same ms2 equal to ms1. Okay, see the plus when we use as a unary operator, in the sense 2 will be there, right? Left side 1 will be there, right side 1 will be there, like ms1 plus ms2, something like that. ms1 plus ms2 or ms1 plus ms. It's like a same type. We used both. I am trying to first check with the this one, whatever the two parameters same, mobile screen 1, mobile screen 2. So this operator overloading, I am trying to call it, so that I am trying to get the value. So for that reason, what I am trying to do in this ms2 object, I am trying to assign whatever the values we have in a ms1 plus something. One more object we can take. Instead of that, I can create again like a same, instead of taking a variable, I can use new mobile screen, and then I can use here as a two new things, like example 20, 10. One more object I am passing. See, this is how this will be going to a first parameter. This will be going to a second parameter. So this is the thing how it will be taking to a parameters for a operator overloading, how it's going to take as a parameters. Okay, so 1 and 2. So how usually we will give like a 10 plus 20, same way ms1 plus some another object. This is the another object. Okay. Example, if I take this to even, here ms3 example, ms3 type of same mobile screen. I can write like this, and I can use here ms3. I can use like this also. See, one object, a variable defined, and then object, whatever it's created, it's assigned to that variable. Here, that way, see, same way how 10 plus 20, same way here, ms1 plus ms3. So this way, for objects also, we can use the operators. So that value, whatever is the sum of these two, value will be, return value will be stored into this object, ms2. So as I am reassigning, this will be, this value earlier, whatever value will be there, that will be removed, and as a reassigning, so that the new value will be there into ms2. Okay, so there's two ways for you guys to understand. Straight in the place of ms3, what I will do, even for a better your readability, even I can give whatever I am going to comment. See, this is the one way. So this I am commenting, and even we can use straight this way also. As the object is created, so we can use this way also. Okay, so without creating object, if you want to use, you can use this way. With creating object, if you want like a object variable, defining object variable and creating object. Here only creating object, here defining a variable and creating object, whichever the way. So now ms2 equal to ms1 plus ms3. So now I will see the result once again, this result. After doing this operator plus, what will be the my result of ms1 and ms2. So now if I execute this, and if you look at the result, see now, see A value 20, B value 20, that's all previous thing, and 30 minus 30, 10, 10, whatever it was. Now if you see, the after this, the final two statements, if you see, so these are the final two statements. See what we have done, same ms1 values we printed, so that length 30, this is the ms1 value, right? So that same it is printing length 30 and width 10. Then the ms2 object values, this is the ms2 object values. So, but how we got 50 and 20, if you see, ms2, what we have done, ms1 plus ms3. So ms1 is 30, 10, and ms3, 20, 10. So 30 plus 20, 50, 10 plus 10, 20. So that is the reason the ms2 object length became 50 and width became 20. So that is the thing, how it is happened here. If you see, we have added lengths, both the lengths we have added, both the widths we have added, and with that result length and width, we created a new mobile object, and that we returned. So that return, whatever we return, it's assigned to this object, so that values it is printing. So this is the how. See now, how we can make it to call this overloaded operator, overloading method, how we can make it. See, let's see with that example. Now I have same, what I will do, I will copy all these three statements once again. Even to give you a clear indication, I will use a new line at each end of the line, so that here also new line, here also new line, and here also new line, so that for each two lines we will get a break, new line break. See, now here what I am going to do, ms2 equal to ms1 plus, example, I will add 5. Means here integer, I given a integer plus 5. Then automatically it will decide this overloaded operator overloaded method to call it. So that what happens, only length value only will be increased 5. Okay, for a first object length we have given as a 30, so it increase only 5, so that 35 and width will remain same 10. So that way it will be using here same binary plus operator overloading with the integer type. So that second method will be called. Again, what will be the values? We will see now. After executing this, we will see now what will be the result. So now you can observe. See here, 30, 10, so 5 added. For length only 5 added, so 35, and width 10 again 10. So this way now the overloading, operator overloading also. See, automatically in this statement, based on this, both the side like a two parameters, we used a same mobile screen type, so that automatically compile time it decided to take to this overloaded method. So it's calculated and it does. And in this case, if you see, the one is the mobile screen type, the another one is the integer type, so that automatically, so this will be decided, and this method of plus operator method overloading, operator overloading is called, so that here only length only added and same width, it return the object and it stored into ms2. So that is the reason, the one what we got the results. So here it's called the first parameter as a mobile screen type and second parameter as a integer type, so that only length 5 only increase. Here is the both the parameters it treated as we pass both as a mobile screen type, so that automatically it's decided that method overloading, so that length and width of the both the objects it's added, and the resultant object we got like a 50 and 20. So this is the operator overloading. As we discussed in the operator overloading, if you like a plus equal to, it will not allow, as I said. So if I give here example plus equal, whether it allows, see it giving a error. Overloadable binary operator expected. This cannot be overloaded. So that is the reason it giving a message, only whichever operator can be overloaded, you should use only that. Plus equal to you cannot use. So that is why it's saying. But as I said, as we implemented the plus, automatically, implicitly, plus equal to will be there automatically. Something we remove. Yeah. So that is the error. See how that we can test it. How it automatically, that implementation, implicit implementation will happen. How we can check if we want to see it. Okay. So what I can do it, I can take once again the same ms2 only object variable and I will reassign. Okay, what I will do, plus equal to again ms1. So this way, if I use it, ms2 equal to ms1. So in this case, already ms2 we are not reassigning. So what happens is this ms2 also will be referred, right? This is nothing but what it will be treated, ms2 equal to ms2 plus ms1. It will be like this, ms2 equal to ms2 plus ms1. So is nothing but which operator will be calling here, which operator overload will be called, because again if you see both are same time, same mobile screen time, so that automatically it will call this overloaded method, operator overloading method. Suppose if I use ms2 plus equal to 5. If I write like this, what happens? This is nothing but ms2 equal to ms2 plus 5. Means automatically similar like this. So it will be calling this overloaded, operator overloaded method. So that way automatically this will be implemented, plus equal to. Okay, so if we want to check the result, okay, so this automatic implicitly it does, but for this you need to implement the plus. Suppose if I use here minus also, minus only we use it as a unary, right? Binary we didn't implement. So if you use as a minus, here as minus we didn't implement, you will get the error. Okay, why? Because minus we implemented as a unary operator. Minus we didn't implement a binary operator. So this will be as a binary operator only, right? This assignment, this minus equal to plus equal to is nothing but a assignment operator. So it always will be a binary only. So we didn't have any minus binary implementation, so that you will get error. But for a plus, as we implemented a binary operator, implement overloading, so that it allows. So, and then even in this case also, ms2 length and width. So now what happens? We will see. Okay, even I hope you no need to go with a debugging. I hope you people can easily understand as we debug earlier. So automatically, what are the things you are doing, the operator implementation, which way you are calling, based on that automatically it decides. This is nothing but it will be like ms2 plus ms1, so that automatically it will go to here. Similar way, this is only like looks like a ms2 plus 5 is nothing but it will go to this method. Okay. So now the result we can understand, and we will see how the result. So that I am not going to debug. Without debugging only, I am going to run. And the output, see now. So the last two statements we want to look at. See what happened. Screen length 65 and 20, we got it. See what we did, ms2 equal to ms2 plus ms1. So nothing but the ms2 in the previous case, what is the ms2? 35 and 10. And ms1 is 30, 10. So that is the reason these two added. 30 plus 35 became 65, 10 plus 10 became 25. See, this is the ms1 and this is the ms2 values. Okay, now these two we added, nothing but MS2 plus equal to MS1 is nothing but MS2 plus MS1 value, calculated value will be stored into MS2. So that is the reason. So these two added, so 30 plus 35, it became length 65. Similar way, 10 plus 10, width became 20. Okay, then this, if you see, what is this? MS2 plus equal to 5. It is nothing but MS2 equal to MS2 plus 5. So it means MS2 plus 5, it means MS2 already above we have. This is the MS2 current calculated value. So for this, 5 adding only to the length, so that this became 70 and width remains same 20. So 70, 20. So this is how the operator overloading happening. So this is how in the operator overloading also the polymorphism, how it is happening.
Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe to our channel for more videos.